Three, four things to be very specific. We are customer turned technology solution provider. So whatever solutions we are offering, we have used that in our own backyard first. We have realized the benefits, and we had been deploying these kind of solutions for infrastructure sector over a period of last 15 years in private as well as government, business across length and breadth of our country. Every organization is unique, and we had been deploying solutions for more than 150 organizations across length and breadth of our country over a period of last 15 years. So that gives us a clear insight of industry requirements and what kind of solutions are adoptable. So this is a solution design and a fitment part of it. Secondly, it takes a cultural fitment in terms of not only deploying a solution, making it adaptable. We have people from less illiterate, less computer savvy in this sector. So we have designed role-based training manuals, programs, so that a small person also can understand their role using the technology, how their life is going to be easy. So this is second aspect. And thirdly, and most importantly, we have not only designed the solution for operational needs, but we also keep business vision in mind and deploy other solution components which are like analytics, intelligent use of IoT, GIS-based solutions, which are assisting organizations to be in a proactive mode. So all in all, we are from domain, so we understand the pain points. We'll be able to quickly marry the technology sets available which best suits the client's needs depending upon their IT vision, business vision, and we are flexible and approachable. So these things, sets us apart from the competitors, and that's the reason probably more than 80% of the organizations have opted Highbar as their digital transformation partner within this place. So when we talk of projects, you have a timeline and a deliverable from a customer perspective, and it comes at a baseline cost at which you have got the project. So building information modeling typically deals with design to execution, the engineering aspect, right? So release of drawings. When there are so many external architects involved, architects, consultants, energy management consultants. So to detect the clash of different drawings prepared by different agencies, BIM modeling helps. So clash detection is the first aspect. Design collaboration for approvals, second aspect. Most importantly, it also has a role to play for supply chain, because using BIM modeling, we'll be able to derive models and quantities from the drawings which are required for executing the project. So whenever there is any change, these bill of quantities are going to change. And then in turn, my supply chain, which is already procuring the materials, subcontractors, and the work is being executed. So the entire visibility of any change from design to BOQ to procurement to execution, BIM coupled with the integrated ERP helps companies to achieve. And most importantly, of late, organizations have started using BIM technology for tagging assets, because when we take infrastructure industry, we have linear asset management projects like metro, rail, roads, right? So on this entire, say 700 kilometers Samruddhi Mahamarg, you have government structures, you have petrol pumps, you have different assets which are there on geofencing locations. So using BIM modeling, we'll be able to tag assets for a given project and then maintain them effectively. Corridor management is a typical aspect when it comes to managing the tolls onto a concept. So BIM modeling is used basically for managing these effectively. So this has a very important role to play. It impacts timelines in different phases: design, supply chain, execution, asset maintenance. This is what BIM modeling does. So typically when we work in this sector, people are very busy in their own, generating business, doing the business activities for them. So when we design a technology solution, we also give them a sustainable support engagement, right? So typically in terms of resolving their day-to-day tickets, that's called keep the lights on. Application must run and users must get support when they need, right? That's a SLA-based support mechanism which we design for them. And when we design a solution and deploy and people start using it, over a period of 1 year, 2 years, additional requirements do come into picture, right? They might diversify into different business area, additional solutions are required. So we also have a second arm which is called upliftment of the solution. So we design, keep the lights on, and uplifting the solution as a part of our AMS engagement. And during these engagements, we also keep emphasizing adoption monitoring, right? So that people are not repeating the mistakes they are doing and tickets are being generated. So we try to understand the area where the issues are coming, take that set of people, train them to avoid the mistakes, and that helps us to monitor the support proactively. So we are support partners, we are not ticket making partners. So we try to make the engagement more constructive and design adoption enhancement mechanism so that people are using system more effectively, and that's what generates business for us. So typically these industry, if you see, these are they have a dynamic projects, and these projects are not only governed by internal processes within the organization, but they are also largely governed by external policies. So when we design a solution for real estate or infrastructure sector, first thing which we keep in mind is the statutory compliant processes. So we design statutory compliant integrated applications which gives controls inbuilt in terms of, say for example, GST enabled master data, e-invoicing, proactive monitoring of my quantities which are being taken off from the drawings, and the execution monitoring, progress monitoring, daily progress reports are automated, project cash flows, cost monitoring, budget monitoring. So these are typical project governance mechanism controls which we have imbibed as Highbar process accelerators as a part of our solution, which helps us to connect to business very effectively when we design the solution. And over and above this, when we move into actual realization, we have all the process accelerators in terms of training manuals, because if I give you a 500-page book and tell you this is your end-to-end process, you are not going to read 500-page book. So we create something known as role-based training manuals. So for a storekeeper, these are the 10 things you do, and these are your life is going to change. So similarly, a role manual is created for a project manager. All of this put together helps us to design our programs, deployment programs more effectively. Thirdly, we have data migration, because when we design the solutions for infrastructure organizations, they are already executing projects. There are some of the other systems already going on. So data migration needs to be designed very carefully so that they don't lose their track of things which are happening, and then they start using. So we have process efficiency, we have program accelerators, we have data migration accelerators, and we have training accelerators. So this sets us apart from the other players who are trying to do these engagements in this sector, and that's what has helped us create value as a culturally fit transformation partner for infrastructure sector.